in Niger, and what have you asked the Pentagon to tell you and tell the country about what went wrong?
I can't. Oh. Well, we're going to look at it. Now, I have to say, we are decimating ISIS in the Middle East. What's happening is they'll go to parts of Africa, they'll go to other places. When they get there, we meet them. It's a dangerous business, I have to say. It's a dangerous business. So what? No, I didn't. Not specifically. But I have generals that are great generals. These are great fighters. These are warriors. And I gave them authority to do what's right so that we win. That's the authority they have. I want to win, and we're going to win. And we're beating ISIS very badly. You look at what's happened in the Middle East. We have done more in 8 months than the previous administration has done in many years. Now, what happens is you decimate them, and that's what we've done. We have decimated ISIS in the Middle East. They go to Africa. They go to places. When they get there, we meet them there. That's what goes on. It's a tough business. It's a tough war. But we are winning it, and you know what? We're going to continue winning it. With that being said, my generals and my military, they have decision-making ability. As far as the incident that we're talking about, I've been seeing it just like you've been seeing it. I've been getting reports. They have to meet the enemy, and they meet them tough, and that's what happened.
Johnson's wife said she was really upset by your phone call. Would you ever apologize to her?
Extremely nice to her. She sounds like a lovely lady. I've never seen her. I've never met her, but she sounds like a lovely lady. But I was extremely nice to her. I was extremely courteous, as I was to everyone else. You know, it's interesting. You folks have called many people that I spoke to. Everybody has said unbelievable good things about me, but you never report that.
But she's very upset by your phone call. We have reported that.
Thank you.
Welcome. But what about your message?
Families that day. I can only say this. I was really nice to her. I respect her. I respect her family. I certainly respect LaDavid, who I, by the way, called LaDavid right from the beginning, just so you understand. They put a chart in front, LaDavid. It says LaDavid Johnson. So I called right from the beginning. There's no hesitation. One of the great memories of all time. There was no hesitation. I think she's a fantastic woman. I was extremely nice to her, extremely respectful.
You made 4 phone calls to 4 different families that day. Did you say anything different to Maisha Johnson than you did to any of the other 3 families?
I would say, basically, we talk condolence. I mean, it's all about condolence. It's about warmth. In many cases, you listen, because in so many cases, one of the families, they were saying, yes, he was a great football star. And honestly, they pour their heart out, John. It's the hardest calls. They pour their heart out. But I am always, and look, you people have called many people that I've spoken to, and every one of them has said, I couldn't have been nicer. Now, it's a rough time for these. I mean, how tough is it? There's nothing tougher. But I have such respect for those families. Nobody has more respect than I do. Nobody.
President, do you want DACA in the budget deal in December? Do you want DACA?
DACA. We have to get something for it, but we are looking at DACA, and we'll see what happens. I'd love to do a DACA deal, but we have to get something very substantial for it, including the wall, including security, including a strong border. We have to be able to stop drugs from pouring into our nation.
You talked about what American people will get at your tax plan. Why not tell them how it affects you by reducing your tax?
The tax plan is going to be incredible for this country. It's going to bring back jobs. It's going to cut taxes tremendously. We're going to bring back $4 trillion, I think at least, from overseas. That money is going to be put back to work in our country instead of other countries. The tax cut is going to be massive. It's going to keep companies from leaving our country. So important.
Republicans you want out of leave the Senate? Advisors been interviewed by the special counsel. Have any of your family members or advisors been interviewed by the special counsel?
Not that I know of, no. And I have to say, the whole Russian thing is what it's turned out to be. This was the Democrats coming up with an excuse for losing an election. It's an election that's very hard for a Democrat to lose because the Electoral College is set in such a way that it's very hard to lose that election for a Democrat. They lost it. They lost it very badly and very easily. I mean, you look at the votes. It was 306 to what, 223 or something. They lost it by a lot. They didn't know what to say, so they made up the whole Russia hoax. Now it's turning out that the hoax has turned around, and you look at what's happened with Russia, and you look at the uranium deal, and you look at the fake dossier, so that's all turned around.
Flakeout, are there any other Republicans you want to see out of the Senate?
Yes or no?
No, not at all.
Or they should be?
We have a very good relationship. Honestly, when you take a look at what's happened with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders and the hatred and the division and the animosity, I'll tell you what, honestly, the Republicans are very, very well united.
Mr. President, this fusion GPS
We're going to have a big meeting on opioids tomorrow. We're going to be doing a very, very important meeting sometime in the very near future on opioids in terms of declaring a national emergency, which gives us power to do things that you can't do right now.
This fusion GPS investigation. I'm sorry. This fusion GPS investigation began on the Republican side of things during the primary. Do you have any idea who it was who was collecting
Well, they say it began with the Republicans. I think I would know, but I won't say. It'll be determined. It'll be determined. Look, Hillary would have never announced it was them, except for this great court case that's going on, where the judge was going to reveal it. So they figured we'll do it first. They're very embarrassed by it. It's a disgrace. Yes, it might have started with the Republicans early on in the primaries. I think I would know, but let's find out who it is. I'm sure that will come out.
Czar, do you have any idea?
I think I would have, if I were to guess, I have one name in mind. Yes, what's her name? It'll probably be revealed.
The DMZ, yes or no? Can you say definitively where you're saying? What? The DMZ, yes or no? Are you going, yes or no?
Well, I'd rather not say, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.